Amsterdam. Red light district, vibrators, videos and vice. Girls and windows, sex on stage, drugs on sale. It's all easy or sleazy, depending on your outlook. But what about the pimps? Sex from girls equals money. Money from girls equals pimps. What do they do? What do they think? Who are those guys?
I say every day to the girls, we don't deal in disease. We're dealing with class, you understand?
If they know you have a man behind you, then they leave you alone. They know that a man has a girl, they leave the girl alone.
Een normal fuck up or suck, it's 15. If you want position, then you pay more.
It's so difficult. It's very, how do you say, dangerous stuff, heroin.
Ik ben geboren in
I was born in the area of what you would call the Caribbean in 1932. It was still a Dutch colony then, everything Dutch, an island paradise, a place and time which has stayed alive and golden in my mind.
Ik ben in het dorp geboren, nou misschien zeg maar zo'n 2000 inwoners.
It was a village life, simple and beautiful. Fishing, coconuts, working as a family in the rice fields after school, kids and grown-ups together.
En daar leven dan die dorp van. En rijst, vis. Iedereen naar school, maar van school gaat iedereen naar rijstveld.
We had what we wanted, and we wanted what we had. A peaceful place and a peaceful life, with things to do and friends and family to do them with.
Heel mooi. Het was heel prachtig die tijd. Mijn dorp was prima.
My village was like a place that someone had made up, like a painting come to life.
Net of het stil ligt, omdat hij ligt tussen zee en bos.
Caught between the forest and the sea. You'd look at it, and nothing was moving. Everything would be still and tranquil and perfect, and yet full of life. You couldn't see it without wanting to spend your entire life there.
Je kon je verder niet ontwikkelen.
And yet I left. You can't stay a kid forever. I needed to get some education, so I needed to get to Holland, and that meant working my passage on a ship. I went to the Royal Dutch Steam Company, and they said the ship needed a baker, so I said, that's me. Once at sea, of course, they sussed me. I'd never baked a thing in my life. But I'm no fool, and in a week I was churning up bread and cakes like a natural. Quick wits and survival, you're lost without them.
Van het liedje bijna was ik chefkok. Amsterdam aangekomen, Centraal Station.
6 months later, I got myself to Amsterdam, and I was trying to find my uncle, which was easy because you must realize at that time there were hardly any black people around.
Was de enigste Surinamse tent.
Don't forget, it was the early 50s. The Cotton Club was the place to look, run by quite a famous black trumpeter, Terry Cotton.
Ik heb geen woonplaats. Zeg je, nou ja, geen paniek.
Sure enough, I found my uncle and moved into his freezing cold attic, a cold that made me feel a long way from home, but no turning back.
Maar donderdag.
And fate, in fact, must have wanted me to stay, because a couple of days later, I saw a woman struggling with some heavy shopping bags, and I decided to help her like any decent man would. And believe it or not, she became my first wife.
Dat zou mijn vrouw worden, wist ik niet eens.
It was a totally insane relationship, completely erratic, and in a short time I was back in my uncle's freezing attic again. Love's nothing like as straightforward as sex, is it?
En die Hollandse pooier,
Of course, the sex business was a white business. The red light district was a stoplight for blacks. White pimps wanted their territory, their slice.
Dus toen hebben we besloten toen, van dat nemen wij.
Maybe they thought we steal their women. We had enough of this. So a bunch of us went to a red light bar, a sort of defiant challenge, and we were definitely ready for violence. And nothing happened. They even bought us drinks. We'd put black faces on the scene, and things started to change from there.
Die dan later toch rustig op de CD kon komen. Ik was opgenomen door die Hollanders.
So I became accepted, a familiar figure, and I actually started to live in the area. I was on my patch, and after a while, I was looked on like a sort of godfather figure for my people, part of the scenery.
Intussentijd was ik een goede vechter.
Like animals, we have to sort out a pecking order.
En dan hadden we hier een stuntman.
For example, when I first moved into the area, there was a so-called tough guy, one of the boys. And somehow he forced me into a fight, and the result was hospital for him and standing for me.
Uitstraal voor velen heb ik uitgeslagen, was ik gelijk de man. Dus
What I mean is that the color of my face became irrelevant. People couldn't see past my face or the reputation I had acquired. I'd got my standing in the community.
Dus op die manier ben ik populairder geworden met die gasten. Ik voel me op dat moment.
White guys would take me everywhere. Clubs, gambling joints, brothels. I was one of the boys. And I belonged. Weird thing is, sometimes they'd come up to me and they'd say, Emile, we've got a problem with this nigger called so-and-so, can you sort it out? I'd just stare at them and they'd say, no man, you're not black, you're the same as us, an Amsterdammer.
Een blanke die, zodra je correct bent, Hollander.
That's the weird thing about whites. If you fit into the way they do their things, your color becomes invisible to them. They see you only as a mate or whatever.
De hoerenkast was zo, er waren 3 meisjes.
So like I said, here I was, Emile, the black godfather amongst the red lights. By now I was running a couple of cat houses, smooth as clockwork. I'd have, say, 8 girls in a house with a room for each of them. Outside the house, there'd be a space for them to walk. Piercing, we'd call it. Displaying their goods, pulling pontazine.
Omdat natuurlijk, ik ben de baas.
And I'd give them protection. No one would hustle them. A girl's got the right to do her job. They were good times. No junk, no heroin whores, just business. But more than just business. We had a code of conduct, a sense of what I would call correctness, a rough and ready form of harmony.
Was niet zoveel aan.
Those days there weren't many girls in windows, maybe a couple, especially Black Lola, the first black working girl in Amsterdam, a real character.
Stoofsteek had je Lola. Dat was een negerin, dat was de eerste negerin die de hoer ging spelen. Die tijd was de mooiste tijd.
But now, people have come from the poor economies of the world, Colombia, Haiti, Thailand, come in search of a way to make a living. And of course, they brought different cultures with them. And that's led to a different sort of code. It's a different game, different atmosphere. It's a crime that it's changed, but it's crime that's changed it. You can get killed around here. I reached the point where I just wanted out. Your average Dutch guy doesn't come here anymore. It's the foreigners district now. What I would call correct prostitution does survive, but not amongst these red lights.
It's just all about sex, of course. You're going to see tonight two different man and woman, couple fuck shows. There is a lesbian show, and one of the girls this one. Then we have cigar smoking, gorilla banana show, cabaret show. It's all about fun and sex.
Er is geen gevoel meer. Nou is alleen maar...
Everything's easy, but that just makes people hard. Hard and without feelings. The whores are just meat. Time was you'd feel something for the girl. No more. Gone completely. The red light district now is sex, drugs, booze. A marketplace without pleasure.
Drank en drugs.
Me, I'm not a pimp. Me, I'm Harvey, real Harvey. My own name, you understand? I still be myself.
If they ask me, why are you looking? I can't say, yeah, I'm looking if you're clean. No, I said you have nice balls or something like that.
Look, if he's don't got no animals on his balls, you understand?
Some people want to pay 200 for you. I don't ask nothing. They give it to me. It's so different. But normally, it's 50 for the fuck out of something.
What you pay, you get, you understand? When you pay 100 girls, you get 50 minutes, something like 10 minutes. When you pay, how more you pay, how more you get.
No money, no fun. I check up every 2 weeks to the special doctor for myself. Even when the condom don't kaput, when it don't break, then I check up every 2 weeks. So it's up for this important for myself, my health.
Geen goed. Amy's place. Verdien maar boter.
Anyway, back to me, Emile. I was doing okay, and times are better than what they turned into. It comes to 1975, and we get independence. So suddenly, there's 250,000 people from there coming to live in Holland. And of course, it's hard for them to cope. So a lot of them drifted to crime. And by crime, I mean drugs.
Totdat de verdovende middelen op de markt kwamen.
In the 1950s, we played with soft drugs. Sure, who's denying it? It's a well-known fact that Amsterdam has always been liberal, and soft drugs became part of the scene. But by the mid-70s, it was hard drugs getting a hold, junk clawing its way into everything. The Chinese here in Amsterdam used our people as middlemen. It doesn't matter who did what and why. The point is, they're all victims now.
Hollander is slachtoffer geworden. En nu zijn de Chinezen ook slachtoffer.
And the red light district is also a victim. Junkies need junk, and junk's got to be paid for. So now we've got crime to support the habit. You walk into a shop here, and everything is nailed down and wired up. Thieving is everywhere. We used to have a community harnessed to the oldest profession. Now we've got a siege mentality fucked up by the newest. Junk has turned this area rotten, and it will do the same thing to the rest of the world. And to me, that's a tragedy.
Yeah, I feel good. It's difficult to explain. You feel good. It's just like you can do everything.
Later, and then you get so much energy. You can do everything, almost everything. You think you can do it.
You know, when you got nothing, you feel a little bit lazy.
A little bit.
And when you got something, you
can do
you get a lot of energy, you know, from because yeah, we must steal for it, for the money. And the most people who use must do that because it costs a lot of money to use. We must take 7, 8 shots a day.
In the beginning, it's yeah, your friends do it, dus you want to do it also.
18 years, yeah, we use.
I'm 15 years I'm using.
It's a long time, huh? I want to quit with it, you know, but it's so difficult. It's because when you are not using drugs, you are missing something, huh?
I call it physical. It's not so hard, but mentally it's very hard.
Yeah. You must have your money every day. You must, because when you don't have it, you're sick. Because when I get my methadone, I sell them. I sell them to buy drugs. You know? Yes, I must steal every day because when I don't do it, I'm sick.
Right.
And that's the problem.
Quitting is easy. It's not so difficult. But to stay clean,
yeah,
that's the poor.
It's in your mind. It's in your mind, the stuff. And that's the problem. It's so difficult stuff. Heroin.
It's a hard life. When you start to use it, you lost it.
You lose everything. I've nothing anymore. Nothing. This is the only thing I've got.
Voor de toekomst voor de jongens zie ik somber.
Hard drugs make for a hard future. It's easier to become a junkie than kick the habit. So the problem will grow and grow, and already we can't cope.
Je wordt sneller een junk dan af. Ik zie het zelf bij mijn eigen zoon. Hij is 4 keer afgekikt.
I know about hardness. My own son is a junkie. He went cold turkey 4 times, but there's no easy way out. Believe me, I've tried everything to help him. I even sent him to a friend in the rainforest in Africa, tried to break the connections. Took him to the airport on a Thursday, and on a Sunday, I see him back here, walking the town. No sooner had he got to Africa, then he gets booted out for hitting on a drugstore looking for junk. That cost me 10,000 guilders. So then I sent him back home to my family for 6 weeks. He was wasting away when he went. He weighed about 55 kilos. He must realize he's 6'1". But when he came back, he looked great. He put on a lot of weight. 3 weeks later, back on the junk.
Zaterdag, 's morgens dicht tot maandag. Ik kom op een maandag, ik zie de deur open, bro.
See, I've got this club, one of my latest ventures. I told him he could work in the club and live in the flat above it. What happens? I get there one Monday morning and everything's gone. Tables, fruit machines, everything. It sold a lot.
Drie maanden nog. Ja, erg hoor.
I can forgive him for things like that, but I cannot and will not forgive him for what he has done to his kid brother, who was only 12 when it happened. One day, he picked him up from school and dropped some acid pills on him. Now that hurts. And for what? So we could take his brother's gold chain and leather jacket and sell it to buy junk. Today my youngest son is still tripping out. Unfortunately, he was too young. His brain couldn't handle it. Now 4 years later, he is still in an institution. I visit him every Wednesday. Drugs have destroyed this area and my family. It has also destroyed part of me. I never want to see my eldest son again. It's real pain to have to go through things like that.
Nou, ik ben 60 jaar. Ik heb niks meer.
But on the other hand, I'm 60 now. There's not really anything I want. I've never asked the future to bring me goodies. I've done my own thing and I've got what I wanted. You can never go back. But if I did, I'd do the same things all over again.
Precies wat ik zeg, I did it my way. Wat je precies over doet. Mijn dorp is prachtig.
What I do want is to go back to my childhood village. I'd like to spend my old age there. My grandfather's left me some land. I'm looking forward to that.
Amsterdam is the greatest city for me. The way I'm thinking about it, the way the people live here, the way the people think. You're free here in this country. You got your rights here. In a lot of countries you don't got no rights. I don't feel myself like a pimp, you understand? I don't come and beat the girls up and take off the money and let the girls behind me and I come when I want and I do what I want. That's not the way, no. You got girls who do it out of themselves, you understand? Because I protect them, they pay me for it. You don't listen to me, I give them only advice. They take it or they leave it. You understand? They do what they want, you understand? Because I'm not in the room, I can see what's behind the window. What's happening behind the window. I'm not there. It's only trust, you understand? You have to trust the girl has to trust you. I have to live with the ladies, you understand? They don't have to live with the ladies. I know what the ladies want and what the ladies don't want. They got their own meaning about it. When they don't want something, they tell me, yo, listen, I don't want it. Everybody can make his own choice. When the ladies say, half you listen, I got enough from it, cho, cho, cho. For me, nothing is bad, you understand? It's only work. The honest job on earth for me, and the oldest on earth. What is wrong on this earth? Everything is wrong, you can say. When you sell your old skin, it's wrong. How many people on earth don't deal in slavery, the modern slavery? Everybody wanna get fucked and everybody wanna get fucked by somebody else, you understand? Everybody wanna fuck that and that guy wanna fuck that. Why not? That's natural for me, you understand? I call it power what she got in her trousers. Everything what that lady got in the trousers is power for me. The way I think about it. Because when the guys walking on the street, some of them, they're hungry to go inside. Why? They're hungry. Because they get enough from their ladies, you understand? Because their lady, they're not bitch enough in bed. Just the way I explained it. A mother in the kitchen, a lady on the street, a bitch in bed. That is what you have, what you need on earth. Everybody's thinking about talk and fuck. The whole area is here, talk and fuck. That girl is nice, that girl is nice. I wanna fuck that one, and that one will fuck me for free, and I wanna fuck that one, and I wanna have that one. Just the way everybody's thinking about it. I'm coming, I'm gonna buy a piece of fish. Come. The whole world is not okay, just the way I see it. Because everybody do what they want, everybody like to do what they want, you understand? Because we are only human, you understand? Not everybody's perfect.